Hello people! Now, we all love LEGO for its ability to transport you to a fantastical world, and what better world is there than the Lord of the Rings? Hello everyone, welcome to the Geekdom, the place where we outcasts talk about the things we love, and today, that's right, we're talking Lord of the Rings, and the top 5 Lord of the Rings LEGO sets of all time. Now, before we get into it, I will just ask if you would kindly like and subscribe down below. Obviously, as you know, the goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as humanly possible, so if you click those buttons, it really would go a long way. Thank you. Okay, we're going to start things off with a couple of honourable mentions because there are so many amazing Lord of the Rings sets that had to be a few honourable mentions on this list. Starting off, we have the plethora of smaller LEGO sets, specifically the Wizard Battle. This set is absolutely amazing for its scale, and the real draw comes from having two really big characters from the movies being included in the set for such a cheap price point. It's such a shame that LEGO stopped doing tiny sets like this for the price point because it allowed younger people access to some of their favourite characters in LEGO form. The build is also really good, and this is like a common theme across all of the LEGO sets, be it Gandalf's cart or even a few of the polybags, because when we were younger, we just wanted some of those minifigures. Our next honourable mention is the battle at Blackgate. Obviously, it's a very iconic moment in the films. Such an awesome battle took place here, and the set is really, really cool. It's nicely detailed for the time period, and it looks really, really awesome. But it just doesn't have the spice that the top 5 have. Okay, finally we can get on to the top 5. And we're going to start with Isengard. Also known as the Tower of Orthanc, this set is really, really awesome. And it's a really good translation of the location from the films. It's such an important location across all the movies and the books that it needed to be done well, and I think that it really carried this across perfectly. It has a really well designed interior that can definitely fit Saruman and Wormtongue, or Gandalf if you choose to have him in there, and it's got a location for the Palantir and just general places for Saruman to kind of vibe and carry out his master plans. Speaking of the minifigures, this set comes with 5 minifigures being Saruman, Wormtongue, Gandalf, and then 2 Uruk-hai. Another great selling point for this set is that it comes with an Ent, which I think it actually might be Treebeard specifically, but all I know for sure is that it's an Ent, and I think that's just a really cool side build, and it adds to a bit of the story of the set. The exterior of the set is obviously the real draw here. It's such a beautifully designed set, and it really laid the foundations for a set that we've got coming up later in this list. It's just such a beautiful set, and it really encapsulates the visage of what we see in the film. The next set we have on this list is the Mines of Moria. This set is absolutely sensational. All of the play features are incredible. I love the giant doors. I love the builds of all the stone and the well. It looks really, really good. It looks kind of perfect for the location in the film as like a playset vibe. I think it really looks quite good. But obviously the main draw for this is the minifigure selection because it comes with quite a few. You get Pippin, Legolas, Boromir, Gimli, 2 goblins, and of course that giant troll. It's always good when a set comes with a big fig, and this is, in my opinion, one of the best big figs of all time. The build is incredible, and the play features are awesome, and the minifigures are the best. This definitely deserves a place in the top 5. Next up is a set we all knew would be on this list, and it's Barad-dûr. This, in my opinion, is not only one of the best Lord of the Rings sets ever, but one of the greatest LEGO sets ever released. For once, the minifigures are not the main draw for me in a LEGO set, which is a very rare occurrence. The build itself is absolutely magnificent. There is just so much going on and so much detail, it looks amazing. The Eye of Sauron at the top is flawless. The way they've made that work is unbelievable. The stonework and the lava look so unpredictable and random, just like it does in the film. There's no pattern to it, it just looks awesome. It looks realistic, and there is so much space inside that tower for the minifigures. It opens up really well, and this build looks spectacular next to the Tower of Isengard. As I said, the minifigures aren't my main draw in this set, but that does not mean that they aren't amazing. The set gives us plenty of figures, including 5 orcs, the Mouth of Sauron, which is an exceptional figure, the Dark Lord Sauron himself, which is wonderfully moulded and beautifully printed, and it also comes with our heroes, Frodo the Ringbearer and Samwise Gamgee. Both of these figures are a little bit of a letdown for me, purely because at this point in the films where Frodo and Sam get to Barad-dûr, they aren't wearing their full Hobbit outfits, they're just kind of wearing their shirts, and they're like covered in muck, and they're wearing the bare minimum. And there's also those scenes where they're like wearing the orc armor and stuff, So I would have preferred some more exclusive minifigures on that front, but the rest of the figures in the set are exclusive, so I've got nothing to complain about. But it would have been nice to experience a new Frodo. The final figure we get in this set is none other than Gollum, and it is a brand new, freshly printed, and I believe freshly moulded Gollum that looks new for this era of the Lord of the Rings sets. It's always nice to get a Gollum, and it completes the trio of Sam, Frodo, and Smeagol, which is really nice. Next up, we have a bit of an older set. We have the Battle for Helm's Deep. Now, Lord of the Rings The Two Towers is my favourite of all of the Middle-earth movies, so obviously I'm a little bit biased to what I consider to be the best battle we've ever seen. But the set is spectacular. It was one of the bigger, more expensive sets when these sets were first coming out, and it's for good reason, because the build is awesome. That really cool castle, I mean, you could use that for not even a Lord of the Rings display. It just looks like a really great castle. I mean, it also comes with an excellent assortment of minifigures for the build. You get multiple orcs, you get Theoden, King of Rohan, you get Haldir, leader of the elves, you get Aragorn and Gimli, and as I said, multiple orcs for them to fight, so that you can recreate that famous battle. The interior is not much design-wise, but the facade itself is enough to bump it up to the top of this list. It has an excellent play feature where you can blow up the wall just like they do in the movie, and there's a lot of different levels for positioning. So there's that giant pyre where you can place an archer. If you have Legolas, you could put Legolas up there and he could be in competition with Gimli for the most kills. And finally, we have one of, if not my favourite Lego set ever. You all knew it was coming. We have Rivendell. This is gorgeous. I have no words for this Lego set. It's expertly built, expertly designed, the minifigures are flawless. It captures the unbridled beauty of the elven city that we see in those movies. The hatched roof of those beautiful ornate white curves look amazing. The stonework looks exceptional. That little stream of water that just adds a little splash of colour really pulls the set together. It has multiple sections that can be removed. You have the entire right hand section that can be split off entirely. You have the small section where the Fellowship first gathers that can be removed, so you can just have a little display for your Fellowship, and the minifigures. Dear God, the minifigures are so good. You get the entire Fellowship, so that means Boromir, Legolas, Frodo, Sam, Merry, Pippin, Gandalf, Gimli, Aragorn. You also get Arwen and her father Elrond, as well as 2 miscellaneous elves, and you also get Gimli's father, Glóin. And of course, the brilliant old Bilbo Baggins. That is not a minifigure selection to be laughed at. It's one of the best minifigure selections in a set. The colour palette used in this set is perfect, because it really captures all the colours used in the movies, and it gives it like this, I can't describe it, it's like a warm light. I cannot describe it. It just makes the set feel homely, like Rivendell does. And there's so much room for play and display. This is a set that not only deserves the top spot on the top 5 Lord of the Rings, but it makes it my ultimate holy grail Lego set. Well, anyway, everyone, thank you very much for watching. This has been the top 5 Lego Lord of the Rings sets. If you have enjoyed this video, once again, just feel free to like and subscribe down below. It really does go a long way. And if you're loving these top 5s and top 10s, tell me something you want to hear down below. So that could be top 5 The Hobbit sets, top 5 Star Wars sets, anything you want. Just let me know down below. Anyway, everyone, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.